Hi everyone, this video training is an introductory course on project management. This training will cover the following sections, which include a brief introduction to project management as well as go through the project management processes, which covers the various phases in the project. This training will give you a window into project management fundamentals to kick-start your project management journey. This training will be divided up into 5 sections. The first section will cover a brief introduction towards project management, and the subsequent sections will cover the project management processes, which includes initiating, planning, performing, and closing. In each of these processes, we will introduce the activities, tools, and techniques used when managing a project. What is a project? A project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to achieve a specific objective. It involves a unique set of interrelated activities and the effective utilization of resources. There are 3 key characteristics of a project. Firstly, it is a temporary endeavor where there is a definite beginning and end. This means that projects would have a defined duration, and upon completion of the project goals, the project will be closed. Secondly, projects are unique. Each project has its own distinct deliverables that fulfill specific objectives, requirements, and outcome, where no 2 projects are exactly similar. Finally, project information becomes progressively elaborated as the project progresses. This is because as the project progresses, it is continuously refined as more information is obtained and better estimates can be made. This allows the project management team to manage the work in greater detail as the project progresses. There is confusion between projects and operations, and oftentimes people consider operations to be an ongoing project. Now, let's take a closer look at the things that projects and operations have in common, as well as the differences. Projects and operations involve the efforts of individuals or teams working towards a common goal. Both projects and operations require a systematic approach, involving the development of plans, their execution, and monitoring or control throughout the process. Finally, both projects and operations face limitations in terms of resources, such as time, budget, and manpower. Though it may seem similar, there are also differences between a project and operation. This can be seen in the previously discussed 3 characteristics of a project. Firstly, projects are temporary, whereby they have a defined start and end date, with a specific duration. Operations, on the other hand, is a permanent endeavor, as they are ongoing and continuous, without a predefined end date. They involve the regular execution of processes and activities to maintain business functions or deliver products/services. The second difference would be that each project is unique and different from each other, while in operations they are repetitive in nature, as they typically involve repeating the same or similar processes repeatedly to ensure consistent results. Lastly, projects get progressively elaborated as the project progresses, whereby projects often start with a broad plan and gradually refine and expand their details as the project progresses. Operation, on the other hand, tends to require detailed planning at initiation. Due to their repetitive nature, operations often require more detailed planning up front to establish efficient workflows and optimize performance. Now, let's start by looking at the examples of operation and project within our company. The example of a project is to develop a machine that is able to inspect defects with the speed of 30 kph by end of December 2023. This project aims to improve the inspection speed to catch up with the current market trend. Next, managing the fulfillment of customer purchase orders, POs, is an ongoing operation that includes receiving POs from customers, assembling the required components, conducting quality checks, calibrating the machine, and performing final testing. Once the inspection machine passes all quality standards, it is packaged securely and shipped to the customer's location. These operations will be repeated for all the POs to ensure that each inspection machine is manufactured to meet the customer's requirements and is ready for use upon delivery. How does operation and project relate to our daily activities? First, let's take a look at the project. Planning a family vacation is a project. It has a specific goal, creating a memorable vacation experience. You go through phases like destination selection, booking accommodations, and creating an itinerary. So, how about the operation? Imagine you're in a restaurant, enjoying a delicious meal. Have you ever wondered how everything comes together smoothly? Preparing and serving meals in a restaurant is a perfect example of an operation. It involves a series of routine tasks that happen every day to ensure customers receive their orders promptly. Now that we've explored operations and projects in company or in daily life, you will be able to differentiate between operation and project. Next, let's move ahead and discover the triple constraints in project management. These three closely connected factors play a significant role in the quality of a project. The first one, scope, which refers to the specific deliverables, features, and objectives that define what the project will accomplish. Controlling project scope is critical as scope change will impact cost and time. Examples of elements in a project scope include the product specification and the project deliverables. Schedule refers to the amount of time that is required for the completion of the project. Managing time is closely related to managing tasks, as the overall timeline is broken down by individual tasks and their estimated completion time. Examples of schedules in a project include the key activity timeline, gate review milestones such as technical review, TR, and executive review board, ERB, as well as the time to market. The last one, cost, refers to the budget or financial resources allocated to the project. It includes all expenses which can be categorized under labor expenses, which includes team members' work hours, and non-labor expenses, including the training, external consultation, materials, equipment, and any other resources necessary to complete the project successfully. In the context of the triple constraint, quality is included to emphasize that the project's success is also determined by the level of quality achieved. The triple constraints are interconnected, meaning that a change in one constraint may affect the others. For example, if you want to shorten the project's time, it may require additional resources, which can increase the cost. While if you reduce the project's budget, it may impact the available resources or the project's scope. Moreover, if you increase the project's scope, it may require more time and resources, which can affect the cost. Therefore, project managers must strike a balance between the triple constraint, scope, time, and cost, and the quality constraint. It means delivering the project within its set parameters while ensuring that the deliverables meet the desired level of quality. Each organization has its unique structure that shapes how projects are organized, and it varies depending on the project size, complexity, and organizational preferences. This structure influences the way project teams are built, roles are assigned, and how reporting and responsibilities are set up. It plays a crucial role in ensuring effective communication, decision-making, and coordination throughout the project's lifecycle. In a functional organization structure, people with similar skills are grouped together in departments. The department heads have more authority, and employees report to them. The project manager's role is to coordinate and facilitate communication between departments. For example, in a manufacturing company, the functional structure might involve departments such as manufacturing, research and development, and marketing. Each department is led by a functional manager who oversees activities related to their specific function. Engineers in the R&D department focus on product innovation. Production workers specialize in manufacturing processes, while marketing teams specialize in promoting products and conducting market research. This structure ensures a high level of expertise in each functional area. The matrix organization structure is a hybrid model that blends aspects of both functional and project-based structures. In this approach, project team members have dual reporting lines. They report to a functional manager for their expertise and regular work within the functional department, as well as to a project manager for their specific project-related responsibilities. The matrix structure allows for efficient resource utilization, improved communication, and better project focus. For instance, a construction company may use matrix organization structure. Each staff from different functional teams reports to a project manager and a functional manager for a construction project. This structure allows for specialized expertise from various functions to be applied to the project while maintaining functional reporting lines. There are three main types of matrix organization structures. First, in the weak matrix organization, the functional manager holds more authority and control over employees and resources than the project manager. Project managers play a coordinating role, focusing on project-specific tasks, but lack full decision-making power and rely on functional managers for approvals. This structure provides clear reporting lines but may result in slower decision-making and limited project focus. Second, the balanced matrix organization distributes authority more evenly between the functional and project managers. Both managers share responsibility for decision-making, resource allocation, and project outcomes. This structure promotes collaboration and communication but may lead to potential power struggles and complex management processes. Lastly, in the strong matrix organization, the project manager has significant authority and control over project-related decisions and resources. Project managers have more influence over the project team, and functional managers focus on providing expertise and support. This structure enables faster responses to project needs and better project control. In a projectized organization structure, the entire company is organized around projects. The project manager has full control and authority over the project, and people are assigned directly to the project. This structure allows for focused project management and quick decision-making. As shown in the example, most of the construction companies might adopt a projectized structure. A dedicated project team, including project managers, architects, engineers, construction workers, and support staff, is formed specifically for the project and they report directly to the project manager. Projectized structure can provide the necessary level of control and coordination to successfully complete the project within specified timeframes and budgets. To kickstart a project, setting up a project team is essential. This group of professionals are dedicated to achieve common objectives. They work collaboratively, have good interpersonal relationships, and communicate openly with each other to accomplish their tasks within a given time frame. The key roles within a project team are as follows. The project sponsor provides funding and support for the project. They select and appoint project managers, approve core project team members, and provide the necessary resources and budget. They also monitor the implementation of the project. For example, project sponsors in Vitrox are usually the BU head. The project manager works closely with the project sponsor to define project goals and resource requirements. They select the core team members and obtain their support. The project manager understands customer requirements, leads and coaches the team, prepares project status reports, communicates with stakeholders, monitors project progress, and ensures on-time delivery. Team members actively participate in project planning and follow the direction of the project manager to complete assigned tasks. They represent their respective functional teams in a matrix organization and collaborate with other team members. They maintain regular communication with the project manager and contribute to the overall project success. There are two types of team members, which are the core team member and extended team members. The core team members are selected from various functions and play a crucial role in their respective areas of expertise within the project. The extended team members are involved in the project as needed basis, contributing specific skills or knowledge when required. The collaboration and effective coordination among these project team members are essential for the successful execution of a project. They work together to accomplish project goals, meet customer requirements, and deliver results within the defined timeframe and budget. Project Management Process Group is a logical grouping of project management inputs, tools and techniques, and outputs which includes the initiating processes, planning processes, executing processes, monitoring and controlling processes, and closing processes. At times, this grouping is referred to as a phase. The first phase is the initiating phase, which marks the beginning of the project, where the project is defined and authorized. During this phase, the project's feasibility is assessed, and the project's purpose, objectives, and scope are defined. It involves identifying key stakeholders, conducting initial research, and creating a project charter or a preliminary project plan. The planning phase involves developing a comprehensive project plan that outlines the approach, tasks, resources, schedule, and budget required to complete the project. This can be achieved once the project scope, objectives, and course of action is developed in order to meet the project's objectives have been established. This phase also involves identifying and analyzing potential risks, creating a communication plan, and obtaining necessary approvals. The executing phase is where the actual work of the project takes place. The project team carries out the activities outlined in the project plan, coordinates resources, and manages tasks to achieve the project's objectives. Monitoring and controlling phase focuses on monitoring the project's progress, tracking performance against the project plan, and making adjustments as needed. It involves collecting data, measuring project performance, and addressing any deviations from the plan. Project managers utilize various tools and techniques to control the project's scope, schedule, cost, quality, and risks. Generally, both the executing phase and monitoring and controlling phase are merged into a dynamic stage called the performing phase, where project activities are actively carried out while closely monitoring and controlling project performance as a check and balance for the activities being executed. The closing phase marks the formal conclusion of the project. It involves wrapping up activities, documenting lessons learned, and conducting a final project review. Deliverables are handed over to the customers or stakeholders, and the project is formally closed. This phase also includes evaluating the project's overall success and celebrating achievements.